This is an overview of the site-specific erection plan. The purpose of this plan is to determine the laydown and shakeout areas for steel. It's also important to finalize the sequence of delivery for erection. On this particular project, this will be the shakeout area. Delivery will occur here, staging here, and this is the assembly area for the bar joist delivery here. A steel erection plan is a required industry standard of practice. In the U.S., this is regulated by the government. Important is that steel is delivered in the sequence of erection, and critical lifts must be identified by the manufacturer. Written certification has to be supplied to the steel erection contractor. This is written certification that the concrete and the anchors are ready for the steel. Any repairs to the anchor bolts have to be done according to specifications. In turn, the erection contractor needs to supply a list of certified workers that are going to be working on this particular project. That's got to be done prior to erecting steel. The contractor and the steel subcontractor have to have pre-planned routes for delivery, lifting, and placing the steel. Cranes, cables, safety latches, and rigging must be inspected prior to each shift by the qualified workers. No workers, for obvious reason, are allowed under the suspended loads except for qualified erectors. Crane hooks must have self-closing latches. And most important, each lift has to be rigged by a qualified worker. This is to prevent slippage of the load as is being lifted. Base plates must be capable of transferring shear and axial loads when the columns are in place. The base plates are designed by the engineers and installed by the manufacturers of the steel members. In the field, two-way stability must be maintained using temporary bracing, bridging, or special rigging. Steel members must be secured by two bolts prior to removing the crane hook. Shear studs in the decking are a trip hazard until these guardrails can be put up, so all the shear studs and any other protrusion on the decking are left off until those guardrails are in place. In addition, any openings around the columns or penetrations for the elevator and the stairs, mechanical equipment, or any other reason need to be closed off, covered, and protected to prevent objects from falling to the floors below. Note that these perimeter columns extend beyond the finished floor line, and this is to attach the safety cables going around the perimeter of the work area. A safety plan is also required. This includes selection of the fall protection equipment to be used. Note that ironworkers select a type of safety equipment based on the type of work to be done. For example, nets can be dangerous because heavy objects can fall into them, possibly dragging down workers with it. In the same way, attaching safety lines to beams or columns to be erected can present a problem. Training in the use of this safety equipment is required, as is a complete understanding of the procedures to be taken in case of an accident. This includes emergency numbers, transport to critical care, and contact information.